everyone, and welcome to Link Ahead, the City of Dublin podcast. I'm Bruce Edwards, Digital Brand Manager.
And I'm Lindsay Weisenauer, Director of Communications and Public Information. So with Labor Day behind us, Dubliners' minds are turning to fall fun. Well, not mine. I'm more of a summer girl, but maybe you are.
No, I don't want summer to end.
But, we're really going to get excited about some things lying ahead. So here to tell us about all of the exciting happenings in our town is Sara Blatnik, Marketing Director for Visit Dublin, Ohio. Sara, welcome to Link Ahead.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so don't let our introduction here steer you in any particular direction, but tell us, what's the best season in Dublin, Ohio?
Well, while you guys seem to love summer, I feel like doesn't every Ohioan love fall?
I guess.
Fall in Ohio, it's just the best. The weather, you got the crisp air, you have the change of color, so everything looks different. Football comes back.
Right.
All right, you sold us. We love fall.
It is maybe the second best season, I'll give you that.
Visit Dublin always does such an amazing job of marketing this community to people in the region and beyond. Tell us about some of your upcoming initiatives.
Like you said, summer's a popular time in Dublin. We have all of our great events, the Irish Festival, concerts going on, things like that. So we really like to shine a light on fall and winter and kind of let people know there's still all these great things to do here in Dublin. So one of our really fun initiatives are our trails. So if you're looking for a reason to get out, see some new businesses in Dublin, we do have our Ferry Door Trail, which is 11 retail businesses in downtown Dublin. You follow the trail around, you find these little tiny ferry doors, you get to see all of the great products that our local retailers are selling here, and then you win a t-shirt at the end. And let me tell you, people love nothing more than a free t-shirt. So we have had almost 8,000 people come through this trail. It changes every year, new stops, new t-shirts, new fun things along the way. So that's a great one with kids. We also have the Celtic Cocktail Trail, which is a little bit more up my alley. Of course, it's a 21 and plus experience. 19 restaurants in Dublin. We have this amazing growing food scene here in the city. And it's a really great way to get out, see those different restaurants, get a little bit of Irish fun in there. And again, free t-shirts, free koozies. What could be better?
And there's also a Parks Pass that you launched this year, right?
Yes, our Parks Pass is our newest what we call a trail experience. And again, we just kind of, when we create these experiences, we look at the city and see what we have a lot of and what people really like to do. And our parks here in Dublin are just absolutely amazing. You guys know there's, 64? 64 and counting. I feel like a new one pops up every year, which is great. The Parks Pass, though, all cities have parks for the most part. What we wanted to do is really show and highlight the experiences that you can have in our parks. So things like river access, historical assets, even where restrooms are. And so with the Parks Pass, you can actually filter through to find any of those amenities in our parks, which again, they are so amazing. We have so many. And then through Labor Day, we're doing a giveaway where you can win what we call the ultimate outdoor adventure in Dublin. So it includes things like kayaking under the Dublin Link, a hotel stay, zip lining over at Zip Zone, some food in downtown Dublin. So if you're outdoorsy and looking for something to kind of check off the list this fall, it's a great time to get out in the parks, see the fall color and all that we have to offer in our parks here in Dublin.
Wow. Am I eligible?
You are, absolutely.
Well, I'm outdoorsy, so I'm all about that. So another exciting thing that popped up this year, yes, pun intended, sorry.
Wow.
Is PopUp Dublin in historic Dublin. Tell us about that concept.
PopUp Dublin is a really, really cool new addition. When we have people come in town, and our residents are always telling us we want more retail. When we're downtown, there's lots of great places to eat. We want more places to be able to pop in, shop locally, support local. And that's where I think the pop-up came into play. It's in a historic home in historic Dublin, which is just already the cutest area to stroll through. They also have a Dora, which means you can pick up a beverage, an adult beverage on your way, so that you might buy more items than you expected, or get the courage to buy the thing that you didn't know that you needed. And so the pop-up has 8 different rotating vendors on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So everything from art to food and clothing, all locally owned, small businesses that you can come out and support. And again, they change, so you can look at the schedule if there's someone specific that you want to visit. And again, it's in the Dora district. It's surrounded by restaurants and bars, so I'm not saying you have to visit them, but I would recommend it.
Well, it is nice to have, more destinations there along South High Street and in the historic district. And I think we have some information on our website.
Yep, popup.dublinohiousa.gov, and you can find out everything about PopUp Dublin. And I understand there is a mural at PopUp Dublin that could be one of Dublin's Instagrammable locations. Can you tell us about that?
I'm super excited about this. We talk about these kind of Instagrammable moments all the time in downtown Dublin, and how people just like to have that memory of their experience that they had. So the back wall of, I believe, the garage that is behind PopUp Dublin is going to be painted by a local artist. Her name's Cece from here in Dublin, and it will have both adult size and child size wings that you can stand in front of once you complete the ferry door trail. There will also be a ferry door within the mural, along with I think it's marigolds and another kind of flower, geraniums. I was going to say, that's escaping me. I normally pride myself in my flower knowledge, but which is really cool because it's a nod to the family that used to live there and what they put in their planners. So it is going to be beautiful. We're super excited for the install, and it's just a great way to kind of capture that moment and the experience that you had at PopUp Dublin and in historic Dublin, downtown Dublin. So we hope everybody will come out and see it.
Are the artists going to be working on that during the pop-up experience?
Yes. She will be working on it. I believe it's sketched out, and she's going to be working on it live Wednesday and Saturday. And I'm not sure what the timeline is as far as how long it's going to take, but it is kind of like a live art experience too. So super cool to come out, see her create that from start to finish. And then, of course, hopefully it'll be kind of a lasting experience down there in historic Dublin.
You mentioned the Dora, which launched last year, and it seems that the downtown Dublin businesses have really embraced it. Is that the case?
They have. People are always asking me where they get cups. I'm like, I actually don't know. No. But yes, businesses have really embraced it. I know that it's made for anytime there's an event in historic Dublin or in Bridge Park. It just makes it super easy, both for the event and the businesses to participate. It also there's so much to do on both sides of the river. And of course, with the pedestrian bridge and Riverside Crossing Park and all of the retail and things that we've been talking about, it just makes it kind of a full wraparound experience where you can really spend the full day in downtown Dublin, enjoying the Dora, buying all of the things, seeing people creating art, taking photos. It's just a really great asset to have.
And your offices are downtown. So how many times have you crossed the Dublin Link Bridge?
A lot. I have crossed them a lot. And then my boss, I think, walks it every day. If I have something in Bridge Park and I do not walk from my office to there, I am ridiculed. They don't seem to understand the heels and the hair and things like that, that I have to think about when, crossing the Dublin Link. But the link is amazing. And speaking of fall, it's a fully different experience based on all of the fall color and the trees that surround the river. So definitely get out there, take a look. It has to be the busiest bridge in Ohio. I mean,
Oh, I would say.
I would think so. I mean, you're right. We go out and take photography of that bridge, but it's, every season there's something else to capture in it. So you're absolutely right about that bridge.
Yes, it's amazing. And you can kayak under it now, which is pretty cool. You can do it at night. You can kayak underneath with the glow kayaks that they have set up down there. So a lot of cool experiences around the bridge. I think it's a really unique, iconic structure for us in Dublin.
Sara, we have to commend Visit Dublin on doing such a great job of promoting tourism, especially over the past few years, which has been tricky with the pandemic. Tell us, what's the latest on the state of tourism? Are people traveling at pre-pandemic levels, or is that still lagging?
It's going well. People want to get out is the reality.
True, yeah.
And the nice thing about Dublin, where we're located, very centrally located from a lot of large drive markets. So the road trip is the trip right now. Gas prices, airline problems, all of those things have really brought this resurgence of the road trip. So we're seeing a lot of people from 2 and 3 hour drive markets coming in, going to the zoo, spending a day in downtown Dublin, seeing public art, things like that. So the leisure traveler's back in full force. some of the meetings and conventions and things like that continue to lag. They are coming back. We just talked with all of our hotels last week, and they are saying that they're starting to come back in. So that's great news. Sports is always huge in Dublin. Our youth sports here are strong. People are sending their kids to their tournaments, whether there's a pandemic or not. So that has been really strong for us on the travel side, but leisure in general is good. It's back, and we have so much great product and new things to do here that I think we are really situated nicely to host visitors, especially that road tripper.
So, Sarah, just a few weeks ago, we wrapped up the 35th Dublin Irish Festival. Talk about what a draw that was for the community.
Everybody was so excited to have the full thing back, right? Me too. I couldn't wait. It was like it felt like so many years. We had people from, I know, obviously, all over the state, all over the country, some international people, huge draw, excited for it to come back. Our hotels were packed. We did a free ticket package that we broke records from even 2019, 2018. So I think we can say from that perspective that people were super, super excited to have the full event. And I think it's really, for us, it's kind of signals the end of summer here in Dublin. I think residents think of it that way too. So having it back, really, it's just that kind of like crowning piece of community and sense of community that we have here in Dublin. Everybody volunteers. But man, it was hot.
I think that had everyone hoping for fall.
There was one day I did an interview there and I was like wiping my brow. I'm like, is there anything we can do? Maybe edit that out?
Always, though. Always. Well, we are a festival-loving community, so another exciting thing that's happening this fall is the first ever Founders Day Festival. So tell us about that.
The Historic Dublin Business Association, for many years, has looked for a way to, of course, celebrate the history in Dublin. And that area of town is just... just so quaint and beautiful, and does have a lot of buildings on the National Register of Historic Places. There's a lot of cool history there. So it's the first Sunday in October. Starting at noon, there'll be live music, kids activities, some shopping, food. Of course, it's within the Dora, mind you. And they're going to be celebrating the founding of the city. So when Dublin became a city, which was in the 80s. So it is Back to the Future 80s themed.
Ooh,
it's free, entry. So it'll be a really great way to come down, celebrate the historic area, celebrate kind of where we came from and where we are now. Right there, down and where it all started.
Will there be a DeLorean?
The DeLorean's been discussed. I'm not sure where it is in the process, but if you have any contacts, by all means.
My people will talk to your people.
Yeah, and I know they have a great headliner that they're going to announce, and so October 2nd, 12 to 6. Hope to see you there.
And Sarah, the city has such a great partnership with Visit Dublin Ohio, and you guys actually just rebranded a couple of years ago from the DCVB. So tell us a little bit about that.
Nobody really knows what a Convention and Visitors Bureau is. It's even just saying DCVB, I think, is confusing in itself. So really what we do, we want people to come in town. We want them to stay at our hotels. We want them to shop at our shops. We want them to eat at our restaurants, visit our attractions, and then go home and tell somebody about how great it was so that they'll come do the same thing. Right. So we do that in a lot of ways at Visit Dublin. Of course, we're a sales and marketing organization. So we're always using all different outlets to let people know what's happening here, events that are going on, new businesses that are opening, and reasons that they should come and stay with us in Dublin. Of course, for our local businesses, we always want to help them spread the word and enhance their messages. And then we also want to play a really important role for our residents, not only of finding things to do here, but also just contributing to the quality of life in Dublin. And, we've been around for over 30 years. So, before downtown Dublin and Bridge Park, and we were still selling Dublin because we have a lot of really great things here. It's a very family-friendly destination. It's very safe. It's very clean. I think when people just look at historic Dublin, they think it is beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. The plants, the signage, everything just looks great. On the leisure side, letting people know what we're doing. We also bring in a lot of sporting events. meetings, conferences, trainings, weddings, different social events that all really help to fill our hotels. They help grow that bed tax, which is what we use then to remarket the city. And really, we always talk about how before you live somewhere, you have to visit. So at some point, you're a visitor in the city that you live in, unless you were born there, of course, and then just stayed there, which I don't think is normally what happens. But so we want to make sure when people come here, they're having that great experience so that they want to move here. They want to do business here. They want to visit us more often. And again, just so that they'll tell their friends and family, hey, we went to this really cool place. You may not have heard of it, but go and, see all of the great things they have, the great parks, the public art, the events, the downtown, the attractions, the ever-growing dining scene. So we just want to really, at the end of the day, make sure that everybody is thinking about Dublin when they're thinking about their next road trip or their next place to visit.
All right. Well, we have a tradition here to end each episode with some rapid-fire questions. Are you ready, Sarah?
I am ready.
All right.
Best patio in Dublin?
Tucci's.
Name a must-try dish in Dublin.
Okay, so I'm not vegan, but the Little Kitchen in North Market, Bridge Park. They have a barbecue chicken quesadilla. I don't know what the chicken, cheese, or sour cream was made out of, but it is so delicious. So highly recommend. Again, I'm not vegan, but it is good stuff.
One attraction or destination that brings people in from out of town the most?
Well, the Columbus Zoo we claim in Dublin. So I will say that one, but two, of course, downtown Dublin. Downtown Dublin is our biggest attraction. I think that just kind of like unique, historic and new and family friendly and nightlife is just something that you won't find anywhere else in Ohio.
All right. OSU football season is upon us. Best place to watch a game?
Urban Meyer's Pint House. I mean, they do the WNCI has their tailgates every Friday for home games. And I mean, the place is literally OSU themed. They have great food, great drinks, and are just right there in the center of Bridge Park. So
best Dublin park?
I like Dublin Springs. It is under the bridge. Wait, is it the Bridge Street Bridge? It's under one of the bridges, not the Dublin Link Bridge, but one of the driving bridges. It's a really cool boardwalk that leads you down there. There's some river boxes, hidden public art, water access. There's kind of a little gazebo. So it's also really close to our office. So that might be why. But yeah, if you haven't checked out Dublin Springs, definitely get your Parks Pass and go to Dublin Springs.
So you walk there in your heels?
Yeah, I know. Come on.
All right. Thing you're looking forward to the most this fall?
I think that view from the Dublin Link is one of the things that I think is really, really cool. I love all things pumpkin. I know it's basic. I know it's very non-unique for me to say that. But we do have a lot of great restaurants and shops that kind of embrace that pumpkin in the fall. So lots of good cookies, cupcakes, ice creams, coffees, all the pumpkin things to eat.
Kayak or ice skate?
Ice skate. I thought it was so cool. It's just, I love having it there kind of in that like urban feeling center. You feel like you're still in the middle of it all and there's a lot happening around you. So that's really cool, but I haven't done the glow kayaks. So get back next year.
Okay. Something you find only in Dublin.
This is really hidden gemmy, I think. So Wendy's, of course, is headquartered in Dublin. Their corporate headquarters are here. Their flagship restaurant is up off of 161 in the shops at River Ridge. It's not just a Wendy's. It's for that to be my hidden gem would be bizarre, but they have a kind of like memorabilia museum within the restaurant. So there is like a crystal hamburger and a statue of Dave Thomas and some of their old marketing material and advertisements and old uniforms and things like that. So it's a really cool, quirky, unique place in Dublin. And I mean, you can also order a burger and fries. So, I mean, win-win in my opinion.
Check it out.
All right. Well, Sara Blatnik from Visit Dublin, Ohio, thanks so much for joining Link Ahead.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And to our listeners, thank you for taking the time to connect with your city. Tune in next time as we continue to explore the many personalities and experiences that make Dublin a thriving place to live, work, and grow.